Hello, hello, beautiful people. This is Nubian Goddess, and I just wanted to stop by this morning. Well, I wanted to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, or wherever you may be around the world, and you are watching this video. Yeah, I decided to do a video on. I decided to do a general reading this morning. Yeah, for everyone, for all the signs, and I'm gonna be, sending out messages, do a little bit of channeling and some reading for all of you guys. And remember that this is a general reading, okay? This is not a private reading. It's a general reading. Um, if the message resonates with you, that's fine. Or take whatever message resonate with you, or whatever's going on in your life at this particular time, okay? And yeah, what I wanted to really talk about today. Well, okay. Before I get into reading the card, I already shuffled the card. Okay, the card's already shuffled and everything. They're already shuffled. I already did them and everything, and I have placed them down. But before we can start, I wanted to mention that this month in 2019, of this month, December 2019, there's gonna be a lot of twin flame union. Okay, a lot of twin flame union and a lot of twin flame merging. Okay, this month. And what I mean by that, the union, I'm talking about like physical union. Okay, physical merging. Okay, um, the merging itself will be taking place before the end of December 2019. Um, to to the sexual contact. Okay, that's the merging right there. And for those of you that had been in separation, with basically no contact whatsoever, uh, the communication portal has been basically dry or closed off, locked down, unlocked. You're gonna get a chance to hear from your twin this month, okay? Those portals and those doors are gonna be open this month, all right? And I know that there are some of you that haven't been in contact with your twin going back at least 3 years, okay? Um, you basically don't know what happened to them, where they are. Basically, they don't know nothing about your life and things like that. So this month, some of you will be hearing from your twin, okay? And for those of you that had a virtual relationship with your twin, over the internet, or just over the phone, or to video call, whatever the case may be, due to the fact that they are living in different countries, a different continent, and for some reason, most of the time it always happened like that. Okay, that your twin, either will live in another country, a different continent. They'll be from a different race, a different background, a big age gap, different languages. Okay. Um, yeah. So if you're in that situation, some of you will, get in contact, or will meet each other this month in the physical. Well, before the end of the year in the physical, if not this month, uh, next month sometimes. Okay. Either they'll travel to come and see you, or you're gonna be traveling to go and see them. Okay. I'm talking about your twin. Yes. Um, but for those of you that had met your twin this year, you basically met them in the physical. You just met them, okay? You did not meet them online before that. You just met them. You happened to run into them, or wherever, and for some reason there was a separation, you will heal from them this month. Okay. And I know that there's a lot of divine feminine and also some divine masculine as well, that went through some terrifying and the most painful uh, heartbreak this year. Okay. um, your heart was broken. Some of you, your heart was so broken, you were in so much pain, you thought that there couldn't be any repair. And some of you have suffered heartbroken beyond what you used to. Okay. And some of you were have been in situation in the past. Yes, your heart were broken, but you have never known or felt a pain like you have this year because of your twin. Okay. Yeah. So I understand and I get it, and I'm gonna be referring to divine feminine, divine masculine, because it's easier for me. Okay. To so I don't get confused. But remember that everything is energy. Okay. So you can flip the role, you can whatever, things like that. So remember that this is a general reading, this is not a private reading. So you take what resonate with you, what basically um you feel is happening to you in your life. So this reading may be for some people because it's a general reading, and some people it may not be for them. So if you don't feel, if you feel like it's not for you, then it's not for you, because after all it is a general reading. So yeah. So yeah, to the heartbreak and everything this year that a lot of divine feminine has experienced was beyond crucial. Okay. And I do believe that some divine feminine were treated very bad by the divine masculine. Very, very bad. Very bad. Okay. You were treating in a way that no one has ever treated you in your life, or no one would have dare treated you in your life. Okay. That's how painful that it was. That's how painful that it was. Yeah. And and many of you were suffering through this pain. Many of you suffered through the pain. Many of you, because you were in pain. And some of the divine masculine basically are narcissists. Okay, they're a narcissist. And for those of you that doesn't know what narcissist is, it's basically like a mental disease or whatever issue, whatever mentally that affects the people mind and things like that. And most likely your divine masculine went through some heartbroken childhood. Okay, very the childhood was devastated. The household they grew up with. Okay, the mother. Okay, the mother is a narcissist, and your divine masculine inherited that thing, that trait, that mental issue from the mother that's a narcissist. So he grew up to be a narcissist. Okay. And because, and this is the reason why when you when you met your divine masculine, first of all, this journey took you by surprise. Okay. Many of you were in preparation for many years for this journey. Okay, because a few of you had false twins presented themselves prior to your real twin showing up in your life. Okay. So many of you had some false flag, like false flame. Okay. False twin flames. But when you met your actual twin flame, it took you off guard. It took you by surprise. Okay. You basically were off guard. You did not see it coming. You were not even thinking about it, even though prior to that, you know about, well, you had some knowledge of the twin flame and things like that. But when you actually met your twin flame, then you realize that you only knew 20 to 30% of what the journey is about. Okay. Because you didn't know about the pain and the work that you had to put through. You didn't know that the fact that this person is your twin, it's a reflection of you, because they are part of your soul. They are the other half of your soul. So basically, the way this person was treating you was really a reflection on how subconsciously, deep inside, you were feeling about yourself. Okay, you had value yourself. Okay, the rejection, the mistreatment, the lack of respect, and all that stuff. Okay, so if you look at it that way, you will see that it's really you that were lack respect for yourself. It was you that undervalue yourself. Okay, and you may say, well, I love myself, I always love myself. But when you really look deep inside, you realize that you did not really love yourself. Okay, the way that you thought. You did not really have any self, respect for yourself and things like that. Okay, so basically your twin came just to kill that ego, because the ego will tell you, well, I don't feel like that about myself, or I love myself, I will never, I respect myself, things like that. Okay, but you will never see, when you really look deep inside, you put that ego aside, and you do some deep soul searching, and you realize, something, I truly did not really love myself the way that I thought that I did. Okay, and the respect and thoughts and things like that. So when you're twinning, your real twin will bring out those dark secret, will wake up those demons that you never wanted to face. He will wake those things with he will wake up those things inside of you, and you will have no you will have no choice but to face your demons. Okay, to face them, to face the issues, deal with the issues, and get rid of them. Okay, since it is a divine appointment, the twin flame journey is was um was put together divinely from something higher than us. Okay, the heavens. Okay, something greater than us. So it cannot come into one. Those souls cannot come into one until everything has been purged out. Okay, unwanted things. Okay, things that no longer serve you. Okay, and so when those purging is done from the divine feminine side and divine masculine side, then the merging and the union can take place. Okay, but prior to that, prior to the purging and things like that, it is the journey, it is the work needs to get done. Okay, so the twin flame journey and the twin flame union is not about falling in love, dating, everything is rosy perky because this is my twin flame, he knows me, I know him. We gonna get in top of the white horse and ride away into the sunset together, get married, have the have the house with the white picket fence and have children. No, 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 it doesn't even come close to that. You have to do the work, you have to do the purging, you have to do so many things. Okay, it is just not handed to you on a silver platter. Okay, it is given to you after you work for it and earned it. Basically, that's what it is. Okay, so and many people end up turning away, or many people end up rejecting the journey. Okay, or running away from it. Okay, but one thing I do know is that if you run away from it from this lifetime, remember that you still, it's gonna get caught up with you. You're gonna have to do it again in the next lifetime. Okay, that's all it is. You don't want to do it now, you're eventually gonna have to do it next lifetime. Okay, Because believe it or not, you and your twin had a contract, okay, before you came here in the physical realm, in this reality, to do this journey together, okay, to fulfill your contract, your term of the contract, okay, things like that, okay. So when you transition into the back into the spiritual realm or the other dimension, wherever you are, then you can do greater work, okay, as a god and goddess. That's how it is. Yeah. So yeah, so a lot of divine masculine or narcissists, because a lot of the twinning relationship are very toxic. They're very toxic because because a lot of these people because of the contract, um they were not, well, you never ready. But it seemed that a lot of divine feminine come to find out that the twin are narcissists, okay, narcissists, and you end up finding yourself in a relationship that's toxic, okay, very toxic, abusive. And and when I say abusive, I'm not talking about physical abuse, like they're hating on you, okay, that's not your twin. I'm not talking about your twin. I'm not talking about that, okay. So somebody's hurting you physically or abusing you physically, that is not your twin, okay. He's not gonna hurt you in that way. But the fact that emotionally they're into stuff, emotionally they were they have some basically issues coming from the household, okay, either abandonment or lack of love, um caring in the home, basically no guidance, the mother was never there and things like that. So when you meet your twin and the union is about to take place, they basically run, okay. And like I was saying, like most of this twin or your soulmate end up having being narcissists. They lie, um they cheat, okay, they cheat a lot, okay, because many of them were abused as children, sexually abused, either to molestation or incest or whatever the case may be, you see. So and remember that's you, that's you. That's you. And then when you meet your twin that went through the stuff, you basically start feeling their pain. You basically start discovering these things, okay? And a lot of time they don't even have to tell you. You just know. You just know. Okay? Because if you are basically in contact with the divine, with God in the universe, start pouring out, downloading these information onto you about your twin, what they went through as a child. And you start feeling their pain. You see? So there are many of you that have never cried in your life, but with your twin, when you met your twin, then you were starting to cry. So many of you, with your twin, you definitely had a past life. Okay? Many of you had past lives together. Many of you. Many of you. I don't know if you can see it. Past lives. And this is why you feel the attachment. You feel the sense of knowing, like you know this person before. It's like you know them. Because most of you, many of you have many past lives together. Many. But in all those past lives you had, it always end up with unfinished business. Something always happened in those past lives. There was, at the end of your lifetime, there was always a separation. Always. So you never got to finish what you started. And this is why you find yourself right now in a twin flame situation. And it hurts like hell because the unfinished business, the past hurt. Sometimes the past hurt from the past lifestyle linger on to this lifetime. And this is why when you meet your twin, you in battle with them. There's like a high, there's like it's a battle. The conflict. They're not getting along, and many of you, um, when you first meet your twin, the first day you met them, you just knew. Your heart skipped a beat. You definitely feel like you know them. And I'm not talking about just deja vu, or you meeting like anybody and say, hey, have we met somewhere before? No, I'm talking about like you know this person, like you were always with them. And that first one when you met them, you basically wanted to tell them, hey, please don't go, just stay with me here. Don't go anywhere. Okay? So from day one you met them, and from the day when the separation took place, when both of well when one of you had to walk away, or was forced to walk away, or the other twin left you no choice but for you to turn their back on them because of the toxic and the narcissist behavior, the lies, the cheating, the non-communication, them not opening up to you, the family interference, the friends. So when you decide to do that, when you left them, you come to find out the person you left when you walked away was not the person that you met from day one. Okay? And your inner wisdom will tell you that. You see the card of the inner wisdom. Okay? So when you walked away, the inner wisdom card here tells you this. See? Inner wisdom. It tells you you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Because the toxic and the abuse, and when I say abuse again, I'm talking about physical, I'm talking about, the abandonment, the ghosting, okay? Them not staying in touch. Okay, they're here with you today, everything is great, and they just disappear for 1 week and you don't hear from them. Okay, when you try to contact them, it takes like 2 to 3 days for them to answer you back. Okay? And them not telling you what's going on. So you had to have a lot of courage to walk away. Otherwise, you were gonna lose your mind, okay? Because of the narcissist behavior. And when you look back, when you finally realize that the person really, they were wearing a mask, okay? Look at this, like a ghost. Only they were ghosting you, but they're also wearing a mask. So when you come to the realization about them ghosting you and wearing that mask, and the rejection, and them making you feel like you an outsider, them choosing everyone else above you. Not only you were bottom of the list, you were below bottom of the list. Because when they put you on their list, it was worse than being on the bottom of the list. But everyone else and everything else had priority over you in their eyes. See, they did not value you. They didn't know who you were. They didn't know that you were this beautiful princess or queen. You see? So when they were looking at you, they were like looking at you because they were like a ghost, but they were looking at you with the mask. You see? They didn't realize that you were truly royalty. Okay? And this journey was meant for them, taking you into this path. So you had to be fair with yourself, okay?